Hello, big boys and girls. This is the story of the Disobedient Twin. Listen up. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, before the existence of cities, towns, or even villages, there exists a tiny little island inhabited by a lovely couple and their twin sons, Andy and Bandy. Andy was gentle and kind, but Bandy was disobedient and rude. Although the couple did their best to help Bandy adjust his ways, Bandy never saw the need for a change. The couple wasn't happy with this, as they feared that he might someday disregard their warnings and wander into the dreaded evil forest and might get killed by the snow monster. Mind you, legend has it that a snow monster trawls the evil forest each winter, searching for whom to devour. Well, one day, while the couple were out in the woods, fetching firewood in preparation for the winter that was days away, the twins were home alone, playing hide and seek. It was at this time that Bandy caught sight of a doe standing at the entrance of the evil forest. This was the right opportunity, he said to himself. My parents aren't at home. Quickly, he called on Andy to join him for a chase. Andy was shocked at Bandy's request because to him, the evil forest was a no place to go. Politely, he cautioned Bandy, reminding him of the warnings given to them by their parents. Bandy sarcastically dismissed his brother's advice, calling him a coward for considering their parents' counsel, which according to him was irrelevant and archaic. Andy tried his best to stop Bandy, even holding on tight to his wrist. But the stubborn and disobedient Bandy was so eager and desperate to go after the doe. So he wriggled himself free from Andy's grip and dashed after the female deer. Right into the evil forest he went. In despair, Andy hurried into the woods in search of their parents. When he found them, he hastily narrated all that had transpired back home, and hurriedly, they head for the evil forest in search of Bandy. Back in the evil forest, Bandy was in hot pursuit of the doe. He was so much engrossed in the chase that he failed to realize how deep he had gone. Eventually, he lost the trail of the doe, but this was only the beginning of Bandy's adventure. Bandy subsequently turned on other animals and gave them a chase. He did this until sunset but couldn't get a catch. Not even one. Exhausted and hungry, Bandy decides it was time to go home. But at last, as he traced his way home, he found himself right back at the heart of the forest. Lonely and confused, Bandy began to weep. He had just realized that he had lost his way. The disobedient Bandy sat down at the foot of an ancient acacia tree, reflecting on his actions. He knew if he had listened to his parents, he wouldn't have been in this situation. As the tired Bandy pondered further on life's big questions, he dozed off, and there came a new dawn. At dawn, Bandy did all he could to find his way home, but all to no avail. He had no other choice but to accept his fate. He did manage to put up for himself a makeshift shelter to shade him from the impending winter. Well, as time passed, so did days, and so came winter. On the very first night of winter, Bandy was awoken by a terrifying noise. What could that be? He asked rhetorically. Discreetly, he crept out from his hiding place to investigate the sound. Behold, it was the dreaded snow monster. Bandy was frozen in fear, shivering furiously. Alas, the monster saw him. Swiftly, he charged towards Bandy. Instinctively, Bandy took to his heels, but his little feet were no match for the giant monster. The monster quickened his steps, and within seconds, he caught up with Bandy. As he tried bringing Bandy down with his heavy claws, Bandy shaded himself with his left hand, but the beast's razor-sharp claws sliced through Bandy's left index finger, and off it came. In anguish, Bandy screamed in pain at the top of his voice. Meanwhile, at the other side of the forest, the exhausted Bandy's parents, who had been in search of Bandy for days, heard a loud scream. "Wait! I think I hear something," Bandy's mother said. "That's Bandy's voice." Andy echoed quickly. They trailed the direction of the voice, and behold, it was the dreaded snow monster who was at the verge of devouring Bandy. Without wasting a second, Bandy's father shot an arrow right into the beast's arms. Enraged, the beast charged towards them. The entire family joined forces together, and together they brought the beast to an end. Bandy was very grateful. He ran to his family and warmly embraced them. He then pledged never to be disobedient ever again. Together, they returned home and lived happily ever after.
Now, children, these are the moral lessons of this story. 1. It is always good to listen to our parents. 2. We should speak up to our parents or mature relative when our brothers, sisters, or friends do something that might put them or us in trouble. 3. We should never allow our brothers, sisters, or friends to cajole us into doing bad things or disobeying our parents or elders. 4. It is good for family to join hands together to solve problems whenever any issue arises. 5. We should all live in unity. So, children, if you did spot a new word or words, write them down in your vocabulary bank. Write down their meanings, synonyms, antonyms, and the number of syllables that makes up the word. As for me, the new words I spotted are polite, instinctive, and rhetorical.